So we're lining up for the first heat race, and it's lights out. I'm starting dead last out of 5, doing my best to keep the distance to the drivers, not hit anybody in the opening lap. Of course, spinning out would be the worst, and here we can see the consequences of that. Just keep it on the inside line. I noticed it's a little bit drier, gain another position. I tell myself don't back out of this one with massive understeer, and fully on the brakes here ends up working to my favor as I notice I have no brakes. So here I am in second. I'm drafting to see, maybe keep on the driver, and he starts braking way too early for me. Collecting just that little bit, and here we go to take first place. Take that cone for a ride as well. I noticed that the dry line's working my advantage, but I still on the wet as I exit that corner. I'm not able to hold it flat out through that quick chicane. Approaching that final sweep. Massive understeer here as well. I'm lucky not to go off. I tell myself maybe start braking earlier for the next lap. Again, start finish straight. I notice my braking point is the start finish line, and this is a beautiful corner. Time it just nicely. Don't hit any cones. Again, looking for that line. I get just a little bit of oversteer on the exit, so hopefully I'm looking to maximize my exit on the next lap. Braking point here just where that curb starts on the right. Slight understeer, but I'm able to keep my position. Surprisingly, I was able to see, but I had a good like 4 or 5 car lengths behind the next car behind me. I do get understeer here. I wasn't sure why, but I wasn't able to keep the same line as I was in the dry. Again, much better exit through here. You can see how much water is on the track. Able to hold more gas through here as well. Approaching that final finish straight. Slight understeer. I'm early on the gas, so this corner was much better. Approaching start finish straight again and take that inside line. But here we get massive understeer. I missed the apex completely. Definitely someone's going to be on me, and there we go. Second place catches up. I tell myself keep that inside. I take a defensive line, trying to be as wide as I can. At this point I've noticed I've got no brakes completely. I'm just hoping that I can use the wetness to my advantage. He slots down my inside, gives me a gentle bump. We both stay on the track. Again, at this point I've got no brakes. I'm just hoping that maybe I'm able to be as wide as I can. Slightly understeering here, keeping that second position, but now I notice that if anybody's using me as a braking point, I'm able to see where the other drivers are now. Again, closer to being flat out through that chicane. Start braking early in here, get that good line, and I maximize my exit. Fortunately, you can see I get that advantage on him here. And without pressure and no braking points, he understeers the first corner. I regain it. I tell myself, hey, just stick it on the inside. I don't get that grip as I did all the other laps. Unfortunately, I had no brakes here, and that driver was able to realize that and give me that space. Thankfully, there was no accident. Approaching that final corner again, just no grip in that wet. And here I've noticed he's completely gaining on me, and we're approaching that white flag. It's the last lap. I'm hoping maybe something will happen here, and I just massively understeer. Again, I'm looking where he's going. They've noticed my dry line as well on that inside. I maximize my exit by being gentle on the throttle. So small glimmer of hope, and we're approaching that final sweeping corner. I'm very gentle on the gas, and he's able to get a much better exit. And you can see he's able to take that lead entirely. So I don't think I would have even caught him in another lap. Here I am fully on the brakes, and you can see the car is just not stopping. I pull over, and I'm gonna push the car back to the pits. I spoke to some of the other drivers at the end of the race, and they were telling me how I was so far in the lead that they were pushing it as much as they could, and they were just using me as their braking points. And that driver who ended up winning, he told me he couldn't get away from me because he didn't have that proximity again to see where to brake as that he used for me. Overall, second place. I'm happy with the result. Very much enjoy racing in the rain as it evens the playing field for everybody.